Hello, dear viewers. Namaste. Welcome to Moksha Media. You are with Moksha Hiramat. Upanishads are essential parts of Indian ancient wisdom and knowledge. Upanishads have got their own importance in the history of Indian knowledge and wisdom. Upanishads are parts of Vedas. It is also said that Upanishads are the summary of Vedas. Whatever is said in Vedas can be seen in Upanishads. But there is a difference. Vedas concentrate on the ritual parts, whereas Upanishads on the knowledge parts. Upanishads are summarized. Whatever is said in Vedas can be seen, can be experienced in Upanishads. Upanishads are also called Vedantas. In the beginning, Upanishads are called Vedantas, but as the time goes on and on, comments have been made on Upanishads. Various types of comments have been made on Upanishads. And after these comments, Upanishads and the comments on Upanishads are considered as Vedanta. So anyhow, we have more than 200 Upanishads. But traditionalists confine it to 108 Upanishads. But others bring it to 50 Upanishads. But anyhow, in most of the cases, 18 Upanishads are considered. 11 Upanishads are very basic out of these Upanishads. The number 11, 18, 51, 108, etc. are very considerable numbers in Indian philosophy and religion. We have 101 sthalas. We have 101 and 1008, etc. numbers. These numbers have got their own importance. Of course, out of those Upanishads, I have already told you, 11 Upanishads are very basic. On the basis of these Upanishads, other developments have been taken place. Of course, then the question before us is, what are those 11 Upanishads? So those 11 Upanishads are Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, Aitariya Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Isha Upanishad, Keropanishad, Kathopanishad, Prashna Upanishad, Munduka Upanishad, Maurukya Upanishad, and Shveta Upanishads. Other 7 Upanishads have been added to this list, but they are not that much of essential as these Upanishads. But anyhow, for our information, it is better to know at least the titles of those Upanishads. They are Maitri Upanishad, Subala Upanishad, Jabala Upanishad, Pingala Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad, Vajrasuchika Upanishad, and etc. etc. Those Upanishads are very important in order to know some of the developments we have in the society. Of course, whatever is happened in the past is happened. We cannot bring into practice what was there in the past. But at the same time, we should not forget the past to shape the future. Every country has its own past. Whether past is progressive or unprogressive, that is immaterial. Whatever is there for the development of the society is very important. How human beings have been developed, how humanity has reached to this stage, and what are the goals we have to reach, what are the things we have to meet, are the questions before us. Sometimes some people say, whatever knowledge we have in the past is irrelevant today. Of course, most of them may be irrelevant, but you cannot deny the whole and sole knowledge of the past as irrelevant. So, some developments might not be there in the past, but those developments are there in the present. They are going to influence the future, no doubt about it. But as they are there, as the past is in the present in one way or another way, so we cannot deny outrightly those are irrelevant. You cannot say Mahatma Gandhi is irrelevant. Even all these happenings nowadays, persons like Mahatma Gandhi become relevant to the society. In order to lead the life of happiness and peace, those persons are very important. They are the part and parcel of the social development. You cannot say whatever he told at the time of freedom struggle is irrelevant today. No. The goals they had at that time, the aims they had at that time, the ideals they purported at the time are relevant even today in one way or another way. But we try to hide those goals and ideas for sake of our selfish ends. So especially when man becomes too much selfish, automatically he tries to see everything in his own way. That should not be happened. Man is a part and parcel of the society. Everyone should be considered here. Here the question of superiority and inferiority doesn't arise. Question of high and low does not arise. question of high birth and low birth should not be considered, and etc. etc. Whatever we have in the society is the effort of the people lived and are living in this society. The knowledge we have, the developments we have, the things we have are the efforts of the people in the society. They are the product of the labor of those people. If those people were not labored in those days, you cannot have these things. If Newton did not discover what was there in the nature, you could not use the mechanics. Of course, like this, we can give so many examples. The thing is, they spent their whole life on inventing and discovering something for the development of the society. Some of them might be discovered the things out of the curiosity, but that curiosity has pushed the wheels of development of the society. This pushing and pulling is there in the society, The inventions, the discoveries, the compromises, and the ideals they have sown in the form of thoughts, in the form of behaviors, cannot be forgotten, because they are the embryo of development. So with that embryo of development, we have reached this stage. You cannot kick the ladder away when you reach a particular height. If you kick the ladder away from you, automatically you do a foolish thing. That is not a wise thing. Here the harmony in the society is very important. Humanity is very important. And leading the life of peace and happiness is very important. Nowadays we have everything, but we don't have peace. We don't have happiness. In order to get that happiness and peace, in order to establish that peace, the ancient knowledge is very important to a great extent. Whatever ancient knowledge it may be, that ancient wisdom is very important. So, if we try to apply that ancient knowledge and wisdom to the modern problems, of course, we have solved some of the problems which are destroying the society. Of course, destruction is done in many forms, but whatever is destroyed is destroyed. It is a destruction, no doubt about it. But if we go on destroying everything for sake of our selfishness, automatically one day will come that we ourselves will be destroyed. That is, we ourselves will dig our own grave. That is very dangerous. That should not be happened. So, we have to keep this in our mind, and keeping this in mind, we have to study the ancient wisdom which is there in a particular country, in a particular part of any country. If that knowledge comes to our help, why should we deny that knowledge? Why should we deny that wisdom? In the name of modernity, we cannot deny that ancient wisdom and knowledge. We have that modernity because of that ancient knowledge and wisdom. In such a position, if you deny whatever is ancient, it is a foolishness. But of course, something may be not relevant. Whatever is not relevant, we have to given it up. But when we apply it to the society, then only we come to know what is relevant and what is not relevant. Everything in the past may not be relevant in the present. So, we should not be dogmatic in studying the ancient wisdom and knowledge. We should be open-minded. We should question. We should comment. We should re-comment. We should criticize ourselves. We have to look at the ancient knowledge from a rationalistic point of view and radical point of view. Rationalistic and radical do not mean to overthrow everything what is there in the society. That would become irrational if we overthrow everything in the society. Some things at some stage, at some point, at some phase is very important. We have to understand those stages and phases, and then we have to use it. Some people develop at a particular stage with the help of something, and whatever is used for that development, they think that is good. But for others who have gone at the highest stage of the development, that may seem irrelevant, that may seem foolish. Yes, it might be foolish, but at the same time, common people cannot go to the highest stage without some rituals, without some traditions. You cannot go yourself to the higher stage. We have to carry with us the other people to the higher stage. In order to carry them with us, we have to use those traditions, those things which are very important in the society. So, the production is at the mass level, but the ownership is at the private level. Here, something is created, some problem is created, and it leads to the destruction of the society in one form or another form. If we see it in the ancient wisdom and knowledge, definitely we will get a sort of salvation, a sort of solution to these problems. Whenever people work together, whenever people play together, whenever people produce together, whenever people own together, whenever people use according to their necessity and work according to their capacity, automatically we have seen the development. This is the ancient wisdom we have, but we have forgotten that ancient wisdom, and that's why we have all these silly problems which we feel that are unsolvable. No, they are solvable. But our mindset is made so. We have to set the mind that everything has a solution. Every question has an answer. Every problem has a solution. If we don't have this mindset, definitely you cannot go ahead and ahead. That's why our mindset should be changed. Everything should be questioned positively, and everything should be kept in our mind that everything should have some solution. And if we have this solution while studying the ancient wisdoms and knowledge, definitely these Upanishads in one way or another way come to our help. They will show you a way towards the solace. That is why here we have to study them from a radical and rationalistic point of view. Here we have to study them from the interest of humanity, not this or that. Humanity means humanity. It is not this or that, or this development or that development. Whatever is made a man, a real human being, that is a humanity, that is a human. We should have that human, which helps to make this man a real human being. That is very important, and that sort of thing should be taken from our ancient knowledge and wisdom, and which are not helpful to this development, we have to give it up. We should be open in this matter. So from this point of view, we have to look at the ancient wisdom and knowledge. That is what we have to do now. So anyhow, I hope you have understood what I have told. Subscribe and share it with your friends, and see you in next episode. Namaskar.